How much should you charge for your online coaching program? Okay, this is a question I get asked very often. And if you don't know who I am, my name is AJ Gonzalez. I built a community on Skool that generates over 60K per month, helping coaches get guaranteed results, guaranteed high paying clients online. Won Alex Ramosi School Games competition multiple times. Fact check me down below. And I have a free community, over 3,200 coaches getting results. Very simple. Anyways, now I had to say that so you can get you to pay attention, right? Is how much should you charge for your online coaching program? Okay. I am going to just give you the same resources right now, the same value I would give if you were paying me thousands and thousands of dollars, right? I'm about to give it to you for free, right? So here's what happens with the coaches, right? Usually they charge either low ticket, they charge, I would put MT for mid ticket, and they charge high ticket. Okay. So to me, this is I don't know your exact offer, right? But I'm going to give you the formula, or like the ballpark where you should be at. Okay. So minimum off the get-go, all coaching programs should be at least, I would say, 3 to 6 months. Just depends on your offer, depends on what you're promising, but 3 to 6 months, right? But what happens with a lot of coaches, and what I deem as a low ticket, is they charge probably about just say 100 to like 500 a month. Okay. That's usually what a low ticket to me is, right? There's never any debate. What's low ticket? What's mid ticket? What's mid ticket? What's high ticket? Etc. Mid ticket to me is probably anywhere from, like, I would say 1K to about like 1,500. Okay. High ticket to me is 3K and plus and above. Okay. I like all my coaches to be in the high ticket realm because you're going to work with better quality clients, better quality leads. Now, what happens with all of you guys is you guys stay within this ballpark, right? Mostly within here. The reason why is because you hide behind well, I need to collect data. Okay, well, look, that excuse is valid to a certain degree. I would say when you're just building a momentum, your first 1, 2, 3 clients max. Like, okay, when I talk to a coach, right, and I've talked to thousands of coaches, right? That's okay, right? But after a while, once they've been a coach for months and years and they've had clients, they usually stay within this ballpark. They may creep into here, but usually it's always right here, right between these two. I would say anywhere from 100. I've even had a coach charge $10 a month. We switched his package. His name is Brenton. You can see on our last video how Brenton went from $10 a month, now making like $31,000 a month, which is pretty crazy. Anyways, but they usually stay within the $100 to $1,500 range. Okay, so let me tell you why a coach charges low ticket, right? The reason why they charge low ticket is because they do not know how to sell. So their sales skill is non-existent. Okay, so let me tell you this for a fact. Whether you are charging $100 a month, $1,500 a month, it does not matter. You will still get the same objections. I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to my husband. I need to, pray about it. I need to talk to my pastor about it. Whatever excuse you're going to hear. Let me wait till I get paid. You are going to hear the same excuse. It does not matter. Right. And they are just excuses at the end of the day. Right. Because if it was free, they would do it. They wouldn't. I can guarantee you they wouldn't have to pray about it or talk about anything. This is coming from a guy that's wearing a Trust God Bro hat right now. If it was free, they wouldn't have to pray about it. It's just a fact. Right. They just need to pray about it or need to talk to their spouse because there's a cost. Right. So the reason why you're sticking within that ballpark is because you are intimidated with how to sell. You don't know how to sell. You are constantly being like, I don't know. I don't want to deal with this. It's too expensive. Okay. Let me tell you a myth that a lot of people believe. Okay. The myth is, I'm on my mouse for those guys. I remember the people can't afford it. I'm just going to put afford. Okay. You guys get the point. If it's a little messy, you get the point. People can't afford it. Now, look, let me be real with you. Let me move you right here. Okay. There will be people that just genuinely can't afford your program, but I can tell you right now, people will pay you $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for your coaching program if you present it as valuable. Right? If you do a good job at the sales pitch, right? So number one, right? When I'm pitching a program, right? Let's circle back, right? Because the point of this video, right, is to give you as much value as I possibly can, is to really help you guys, right? The ones that are struggling, right? So your high ticket program, right away, if you're watching this video and you've been a coach for a couple months, a couple years, and you already had like 3 or 4 clients, you should be at least at $3,000. That is a fact, right? The next thing as well, 3 to 6 months should be the length of your program. From there alone, now we got that. Bing, bada, boom, okay? So from your now that you got your price point settled, right? Now that you got your high ticket, now you're like, cool, AJ, I know how to charge high ticket, right? So it's very important that when you pitch your program, when you're on the sales call with people, like, number one is you frame the call well in the beginning. So what do I mean by that, right? Is you ask good questions, right? You ask questions like, you know, very simple, and I'm not gonna write it all because I'm on my mouse. How long, right? Let's go how long. How long have you been struggling with this? Right? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, I'm just gonna put how. How does that make you feel? Why? Why have you been feeling this way? Right? The reason why I'm a fan of another reason why I'm another fan of high ticket is because you are charging a premium because not because you're greedy, it's because you're going to work with the best quality leads. And also too, you got to remember, these people have had this problem for years, either years, months, whatever it is you're selling, whether their relations are falling apart, their marriage is falling apart. That is a high ticket program. It's a high ticket, right? Because most of the time, whenever a coach is just scaling for the first 5 to 20 clients, usually you're selling one-on-one, right? You're selling your one-on-one time. So why would you charge $500, $1,000 to something that you're going to give so much time with? You see what I'm saying? It's like you work with better quality people. You're gonna get you're just gonna make more money easier, right? It'll be for a fact, right? And this isn't just about money, but it's just a lot of you guys will say, yeah, I just want to help people. Well, you also want to get paid, right? That is a fact. 'Cause a lot of you guys are not getting paid. So that's why some of you guys have to go back to working a regular job, or you're borderline about to go work at a regular job. So we need to get paid like pros, okay? So when you get on a call with people, right, it's very important your sales call, right? This is somewhat like a sales video right now because it's so important. The skill of sales is so extremely important. Whoever tells you that it's not, whoever tells you they think you can scale a coaching business without sales calls is lying to you, okay? So your call should be, I would say, about 45-ish minutes, okay? That is a framework that you should be, okay? Typically, whenever I open up a sales call, right, I would say something along the lines of, got it, John, look, here's a goal for the call today is to get clear on where you're at right now, get clear on where you want to be in the next 90 days, and just figure out what's in the way of blocking you. Then if I'm confident I can help you, I'll walk you through how it is to work with us. If it's not a good fit, I will point you to the right direction, right? Very simple. So I'm just asking how. I'm asking why. I'm like, how does that make you feel? How long have you been? I'm just collecting data. It should be about 15 to 20, 25 minutes, right? A lot of times, and I remember I saw this a couple of days ago, there was a sales guy that popped up, right? This new person trying to do sales coaching, right? And this person was just, oh my God, terrible at sales, like just yapping it, yapping it, yapping it. The reason why I'm telling you that is it should be at least 80% them talking and me even saying 20% of you talking is an understatement. It could arguably be 90-10, right? The most of the time you should be doing talking is when you're doing the pitch, right? And some of you guys are like, damn, AJ, I didn't know this was gonna be a sales video. Yeah, it is, because I can tell you night and day, charge high ticket, do 3K, right? But some of you guys are just terrible at sales, so it doesn't matter. Because what's gonna happen is that I say, yeah, AJ said for me to charge high ticket. Then you get on a call with somebody say I can't afford it. Then you'll be like, oh, okay, I can do it for $500. That's what happens all the time because you just suck at sales. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just going to tell you straight up. Like, you suck at sales, which is why you're not going to make money. I hit my microphone. Got so passionate, right? So, pretty simple, right? Let's use the framework, right? Let's use the Client OS framework. 45 minutes is our call, okay, for sales calls for people, right? We got about 15 to 20 minutes. Let's just put why time, like asking why, asking qualified questions, right? Then the next after that is going to be about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes of a pitch. And then the last like 5 to 10 minutes is objection handling, right? Because I can tell you right now, guys, even if you're talking to the most perfect qualified leads, you're going to get objections, whether it's timing, money, etc., right? So you need to be able to confidently overcome that, right? The most important thing that you do on a sales call is this 15 to 20 minutes, right? Because you're building value, you're putting the gap, right? How long have they been struggling with how you're going to help them? Then the pitch, right? Based off of the information that they shared with you, now you're going to formulate that into a pitch. So if a coach says, yeah, AJ, I'm just not getting clients from Instagram. When I pitch them, I'm like, so John, like, look, here's what we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you with your Instagrams. I know you mentioned that you've been struggling getting clients for Instagram for years. Well, in less than 1 hour, you working on getting our resources, you're gonna get help with X, Y, and Z. So I put the pitch with the why, right? And then when it gets to the 5 to 10 minutes, right, the objection handling, and they say, oh, well, I just don't know if it's the time, if it's the right time. Then I'm gonna say, well, John, 15, earlier today, I'm just a little confused. You mentioned that this is the right time for you. You mentioned that you really want to make this happen, right? So this is so extremely important, guys. Like in order for you to make a sale, you gotta get on a sales call, right? And you just gotta be able to handle all their fears and objections, right? Because check this out. Let's do simple math, right? And before I end the video on that, right? Let's do simple math. Let's say your goal is $10,000 a month. Okay, simple, right? Because that's usually everyone's goal, $10,000 a month. And let's say you're charging $500 a month, which most of you guys are. You would need, I'm not the best at math, so let's do simple, right? Let's go $500 times that by 20. You would need 20 clients paying you each month $500 a month, right? Sounds easy, right? But what happens is that people are not going to honor their word. People will enroll 1 month and then cancel on 2 and 3, right? Or you can charge $3,000 a month. Sorry, $3,000 for, let's just say, a 3-month coaching package. And let's just say, worst case scenario, you collect half on the call, so $1,500, right? All you need is about 6 clients paying you. And you're going to work with way better quality leads. I can tell you this for a fact. You will work with way better quality. The clients that paid in full and working with us, whether I'm doing this offer when I was just a fitness coach, the clients that paid in full, paid them premium, were always the best clients to work with. The clients that always paid within this ballpark are always the most headache clients. Well, what exactly am I getting for this $100 per month? What exactly am I getting for this $500 per month? The best clients are always right here, right? But this comes into a whole different things, right? What you see my Instagram stuff. If you're in my free community on Skool, you have a whole free Instagram course for you to look at, right? You got to be sure in order for you to attract these high ticket clients, you got to be posting content that speaks specifically to them. Always remember that, right? Because a lot of you guys are posting dumb content, right? So here's the thing, right? And the pillars that we teach in Client OS is very simple. Have a great offer, great content that speaks to one specific person. Do sales calls, overcome their objection, know how to do the DMs, the outreach, and everything. So put it on a wall for you. Should be charging at least $3,000. Your coaching program should be anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Okay, you got to get good at sales. Your call should be about 45 minutes. Okay, you should be asking a lot of why questions. If you don't have a lot of sales calls, you can go ahead and go longer on the sales call. You can go ahead and extend the time. You can go ahead and go 50 minutes, an hour, right? I'm not saying for you to like keep them on the phone, but take your time. Like use it as practice, right? I know you want to get to the pitch right away, but just get your beak wet, like get that feeling. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, go and let me know down below. If you have any questions, let me know. Much love.